The media should question whether a post-stroke John Fetterman can ably serve as a U.S. Senator, but instead, the media covers Dr. Oz questioning Fetterman's health. Well, all this week, we're exposing all those, the biggest media lies. In our special series, Lies That Are Destroying America, the great lies, the big lies, so to speak. We're just 15 days away until the midterm elections, and the Democrat media complex is ramping up their war on GOP candidates, desperate to shift the narrative, spreading lies and obscuring the truth. Joining me now is someone who's very familiar with the left's dirty tactics, a very, very popular Republican candidate for Michigan Governor, Tudor Dixon. Thank you. Tudor, may I call you Tudor before we start this?
Absolutely. Okay. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on. You're a very popular person right now. You're doing very well, just so folks know. Tudor Dixon came on the scene going up against, in Michigan, a very, I would say, highly leading Gretchen Whitmer, and she's closed the gap. Real Clear Politics now, I don't know if you saw this today, is called in a toss-up, and also named you as the likely winner of that Michigan governor's seat. Congratulations. What do you want to say to the media who've given you such a hard time?
You know, this is what we know Republicans are up against. It's one of the reasons that I jumped into the race, because I come from the media. I saw what they were doing to destroy Republican candidates, and I said, who's going to stand up? And certainly in the state of Michigan, we need someone strong to go up against Gretchen Whitmer, who shut down our state, who locked our kids out of schools, who's attacked our job creators, who has talked about defunding the police, and now we have crime rising in the state of Michigan. Who was going to go up against her? I knew that this was an important race. I wanted to make sure that I fought for the state of Michigan, and we go out every day and fight. And for the next 15 days, we will be pushing strong and finishing strong.
You know, I think it's really fascinating, folks. Right now, Real Clear Politics, and a lot of, I would agree with most of what they're saying right now. They're calling for a red wave, red tsunami. Also, 31-19, that's the way it looks like it's going to stand with governorships across the country after this election. Yourself, Tudor Dixon, also Kari Lake, two extremely popular GOP females. You're bringing almost like a new breed to the GOP. Two very extremely popular women who might be leading some of the biggest states, swing states too, in the country. Your thoughts?
That's because we're talking to actual people. We're talking to moms and dads. We're going out and we're having rallies. We're listening to what people have to say. It's a huge difference from the Democrats who are going out and telling you how you should feel. Look, you just heard Nancy Pelosi saying we've got to change the subject. How are you going to change the subject from the amount of money people are paying to get their groceries? We're hearing from people across the state of Michigan, people who lost their livelihoods because this governor shut them down. But she continues to weaponize big government against the people, against their businesses. She continues to try to raise their taxes. She talks about lowering taxes. She's had multiple opportunities to lower taxes and has vetoed every one. We're finding out what people really need. And interestingly, in Michigan, parents are mad about education. They're mad that their kids are so far behind, but they're also mad about the sex and gender in schools. We're seeing this across partisan lines. It doesn't matter if you're Republican or a Democrat. If you have children, you're going to put your kids first. And we're seeing people cross over from the Democrat Party because they're seeing this woke stuff in schools and they're done with it.
You know, there's a report out, I believe either yesterday or today, that shows over the 2 years during COVID, our test scores in children have slid massively, like alarmingly massively. Eighth graders have lost 8% lower. They're scoring 8% lower in just 2 years. You're right. You're so right. Education is a massive, massive thing to parents and voters across the country, especially in Michigan. Also, the Second Amendment. Control room, roll the soundbite.
The same month as the Oxford school shooting, where 4 children were murdered, 8 were injured, and the community was terrorized, Tudor Dixon posted on her social media a picture of her shooting a gun with the caption that said, "Gun control means using both hands. She is too dangerous and too out of touch to be trusted with protecting our kids. She'll put the Second Amendment before second graders every time. We cannot let that happen."
So, Tudor, I want to give you the opportunity to respond to that to our audience, because you know what I see? I see a governor who was in favor of defunding the police. I see a city, or many cities in the state of Michigan, that crime is rampant. Detroit, for example, and others. And someone who says, we want to take your guns away, probably not the greatest message if she's trying to win a governorship in Michigan. About right?
Certainly not in the state of Michigan. Here she's talking about a social media post we made 29 days before that event even occurred. But again, she's talking about taking guns away from law-abiding citizens. In fact, she talked about red flag laws, not a popular issue in the state of Michigan. People here like to preserve their Second Amendment rights, and I have committed to preserve their Second Amendment rights. But as you can see, this is what she's saying. She's out there running ads, and she's already run over $25 million worth of ads. The interesting thing is, in the state of Michigan, we are certainly much behind her in fundraising, but our message is resonating because we understand what the people want. We've talked to people. We need your help. If you can go to TudorDixon.com and help us out, that would be fantastic, and we can fight against this rhetoric that is trying to take guns away from law-abiding citizens.
You know, final thought here, Tudor Dixon, and this matters quite a bit. You know, they always say, finish strong. So first quarter, you have a great first quarter. A good football team will finish strong. And when you're finishing extremely strong, how do you bring it across the goal? How do you finish this strong and win that race? What's your plan?
Really, we are going to have a bus tour. We will be out every single day. We will be talking to folks. Tomorrow is our last debate, so I'm anxious to get into the debate room again and hold the governor accountable for the things that she did to this state, but always to get out there on the airwaves as well. So again, if anybody can help out, go to TudorDixon.com. We're going to be out there on social media. We'll be out there on the ground. We'll be debating, and we'll be up on the airwaves. We are going to finish strong, and we will win this race.
There you go. Don't forget to remind the folks tomorrow night in your debate that Whitmer was the one who locked down the state of Michigan while she and her husband were playing around with moving their boats around and going out. Total hypocrisy on the left. Tudor Dixon, we wish you well. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much.